The use of the APPOGGi software starts from the control panel, located in the upper left part of the interface. From this panel, the user can set the trained YOLO model, define the confidence threshold and the intersection over union value, and select both the defect tables and the inspection sheet template. The first step consists in selecting the images corresponding to the bridge bearings to be analyzed. By clicking on Step 1 YOLO, the inference is performed and the system automatically identifies the bearing typology. As shown on the right side of the interface, the result of the YOLO analysis is visualized through a bounding box associated with the detected bearing. At this point, it is possible to proceed to Step 2, which sends the extracted information to the large language model in order to perform the defect assessment. Once this phase is completed, a notification window appears and, for each bearing, the inspection sheet fields are automatically populated in the lower part of the interface. In parallel, a textual description of the detected defects is generated. At this stage, the inspector can directly intervene, modifying the type of defect, its extent, and its intensity. If the inspector considers a defect to be absent, it can be removed manually. The system also records any modification to the extent, intensity, and type of defect, ensuring full traceability of the assessment process. This guarantees full compatibility with the human-in-the-loop philosophy, where the final decision always remains with the inspector, while the software acts as a support tool that helps make the evaluation more structured, systematic, and consistent. At this point, the inspector can ask for an additional level of analysis through the chat box communication with the language model to receive further details or refinements to take into account in the overall evaluation. The procedure then reaches its final step. After the inspector has reviewed and, if necessary, modified the defects and their associated values, the software allows the export of the inspection sheets in both PDF and Excel formats. Once the export folder is selected, the system generates the 3 inspection sheets, each accompanied by the post-inference image of the corresponding bearing. This represents a significant added value, as it facilitates future assessments of the same bearing and supports continuity in inspection activities. At the end of the working session, when closing the software, it is also possible to save the technical chats associated with the different bearings. These stored interactions preserve the reasoning process and contextual information used during the assessment, further enhancing transparency and traceability.